This is Geek Public Radio. I am Topher. With me, as always, is Crazy Chris. We are here hanging out. Anytime you want to check us out, you can always get us at geekpublicradio.com. Find out more about what we're doing.
That's actually a fantastic idea. If you are listening to this, I am Crazy Chris. As Topher has alluded to, geekpublicradio.com is the place to go to check out all of those awesome things. Guys, it's a brand new year. It is 2024. We are back in the studio. We are bringing you not video this time, but we're bringing you some awesome audio stuff. We're going to add some fancy toys and some other cool production value stuff that we're going to be introducing. But yeah, moving and shaking and grooving, man. We are trying our best to keep up with the times, man. We have some awesome news to discuss. AI, right? The evils of AI, and maybe not quite as bad as we think. It looks like they're actually using AI for good, which I'm extremely excited to talk about today. But Topher, dude, how's your new year? How's everything going?
Oh, you're looking at the new setup, and it's taken us 6 months of being in the new studio before we even able to broach this.
I thought you were going to say you're looking at the new me. I was like, dude, come on, don't do this.
No, you're looking at the nude me.
The nude. And you know what's great? I mean, they don't know. They have no idea. It's
right?
the best part about audio.
So yeah, we are doing audio right now. There is some video up for those who are watching on YouTube. We're piecing things together from the studio space, but we are slowly getting back into doing the videos and doing all of the other stuff. We had a whole lot of build out to get to where we're at, and we have a little bit more build out to go, but we couldn't sit back and not talk about stuff.
Yeah, check out our Cash App in the in the description below. All right, man. Let's just jump into it. I think let's just talk about this. Yeah. So the localizers have been throwing a hissy fit all over the social medias. I mean,
if you haven't seen it, then I'm surprised. I want to know your search history. Probably a lot of Pornhub.
Hey, don't judge me.
But it's everywhere. It's people talking about how Japanese anime and manga producers are looking at AI to sidestep localizers to do their dubs and their subs, because they have finally gotten wind or heard the cry from Western
weebs. Call them what they are.
Yeah, well, American weebs about the translations not being spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons.
To be very specific about this, it is in fact American weebs. Yeah. Because as we will discover as we talk about this has not been a problem in other places. Nope. This is central to America. Yeah. It's awesome because we can't have nice things, not even Japanese weird ones.
No. And that's the crazy thing. Like, you looking online, you see all of this back and forth, like, oh, AI is taking our jobs, and AI is doing this, AI is doing that. You could always just drop on in the last 5 years, drop into Google Translate and translate an entire document,
right,
and be closer than what the localizers have been doing.
Yeah, and apparently that's been wildly accurate.
Well, what was the one thing that I showed you?
Well,
they had video.
The whole video where a lady goes to the door and she's wearing extremely. First of all, to understand anime at all, you guys have to know Japanese culture, and basically all of anime is just a love letter to intercourse, because that's really that's really all it's about. It's really all it's ever been about. They dress it up fancy, they call it different names, they showcase pirates and ninjas and magic and all, but at the end of the day, it's all gussied up,
and it's all scantily clad women.
Right? It's just
or scantily clad men,
right?
Yeah, there's that too.
They're pretty non-discriminatory. But yes, this woman comes to the door wearing exceptionally tight-fitting clothing, very pronounced features, if you guys know what I mean.
Well, to give you some, like, her normal outfit is skimpy,
right?
Because she's the goddess of whatever,
right? So this is actually her interpretation of what would be more modest,
right?
And she had complained that she was getting flack for being immodest and trying to fit into the culture. Right. So at which point the girl across from her, younger girl, says, you should work on changing your form. next, or your body.
And she was like,
Specifically,
huh?
yeah, specifically
Really?
because she has no idea that like her features are very noticeable pretty much no matter what she wears. Okay, cool. That's the Japanese version.
That's
It's
that's
really
the straight dubs
easy.
from them.
Yep, straight dubs. The American dub, changes the entire nature of what's being stated, because this is her fitting into culture and not understanding the culture.
Yeah, no, like it straight went to I am doing this because of the male patriarchy.
Right, 100%. I figured I needed to find a new way to stick it to those patriarchal bastards. Is what the American version says, right? And I was like, that's dramatically changes.
That's literally not what they said.
It dramatically changes the entire meaning of that scene. Right, this is a goddess. It echoes the Superman argument, right? It's a god living among men, and he's trying to figure out how to fit in, right? So he adopts the guise of Clark Kent. This is almost an identical situation where she's completely ignorant of human decency or modesty or any of those things, and so she's trying to fit in. So she's like, "Oh, I can't wear these skimpy clothes because it draws too much attention. Here, let me wear this ridiculous form-fitting, outfit, which still draws a lot of attention."
Right.
But she's like, "But I'm covered," right? So it's like that whole she doesn't understand thing, which is funny and cheeky. It accomplishes the same thing without being, "Here, let me pull out my fake penis and slap you in the face with it," right? That's
Well, another one, like there was a going through these tweets and whatnot, because like you type in localizer in X right now,
right,
and it's literally boom boom, thousands and thousands of X's or tweets or whatever.
I don't even know what they're called anymore. I think they're still called
Twixes.
Tweets. Twixes. Twex.
Twex. No, but one of them was like, I had a picture, and I'll show it up on the screen for those who are watching the video. It was like, good translation, and it's like going through and it said, I didn't want to say, yada, yada, yada. I couldn't say this. So I said this and still left in, because it was supposed to be like some tongue twister.
Right.
But a direct translation loses the tongue twister part of it. So they changed it and left in the joke, which was the person was saying it to a talking cat, and the cat kept coming back with like meow or whatever as part of that, as their response, or Naya or whatever. Right. And so the
Egyptian word for cat.
Yeah, they did. They did they preserved the joke in the thing by changing up and changed up the tongue twister a little bit, so it still made.
I just want to tangent for like 2 seconds, because it's one of my favorite things in historical reference. Okay, is that the Egyptian name for cat is Mao, and the story for that is really simple. And I'm making this up. This is not historical at all. That is the Egyptian word. Like, I'm not making that part up. But the story is, the first man, walks up to a cat and says, "Oh my gosh, what are you?" "Mao." "Okay, Mao." "I shall call you Mao." Literally, the word echoes the sound they make. Like, it's perfect. Which just, how do they get monkey or zebra or tiger? I wish there's not any of those names. But yeah, I imagine all of the, like, it's the word for tiger, or the word for lion is probably roar.
Rar.
Rar. That's the Egyptian word for lion. Rar.
Kind of goes with the thing, like they would be calling pigs, "You're canceled."
What?
The whole cancel pigs.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, back to the AI. I am in full support of anything that we talked about this briefly, about how anybody with an agenda is going to find a way to further the agenda, and no matter what they do, right? For instance, if I were a localizer, would say, cool, every opportunity I got, I'd find like it's hard for me to judge cartoon characters and say that they're cute or not. They're
cartoons.
They're cartoons, right? So they're not real. They're illustrations. So the most beautiful illustrations, bam, got it. The most beautiful illustrations, right? And I'd make them say things like, "Chris is an awesome person. He's amazing. And you should totally hang out with Chris," right? That's the things that I would do, because that's my agenda. I'm an awesome dude, right? But when you have a different type of agenda, whether it be political or otherwise, and I'm not taking a side one way or another, my point is, you are driven by agenda, you will drive your agenda and whatever it is that you find yourself doing. And so localizers have been driving the agenda. And when you do stuff like that,
that one video is like,
you're going to get got.
somebody was reading the tweets and said, well, if we, why did you do this, yada yada yada? And it's like, well, we don't speak Japanese. None of the localizers who writes the scripts speak Japanese. And then it kicks to them like, why are you here? Like, who hired you?
Wait, okay, hold on. No. So one of the responses was the script writers of the American, they don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
So how are they? What are they just looking at the pictures and going, I'm going to write my own story?
I
mean, in some cases, apparently they did that, but
I mean,
okay, cool. I think we just found 2 new jobs, bro. Like, we're going to make a lot of money.
Well, see, what's the thing is like everybody's jumping on the AI thing. AI is bad. First of all, I can't get AI to do anything that doesn't come out sound like a 3rd grader. Yeah. So maybe I just suck at prompting or whatever. But like I type in like, hey, I need this. I'm running out of time. Can you give me a script based on all of my notes? Give me a script. And it's, hey, fellow YouTubers, how are you doing today?
Maybe it's just recognizing your voice.
I was like, Jesus. But no, like I can't. I've never been able to use a single thing from the AI.
Right.
Because it all like comes off. Either I write really well.
Right.
Or
get it right.
Or it doesn't write very well at all.
Yeah.
So like everybody's like, oh, well, all of this stuff and you can write books with it. And I'm like, I must suck at prompting because I can't get it to give me more than 350 words of the most ridiculous streamlined.
I think the glory of AI at this particular point is memes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the coolest part. Right.
Can you do AI memes? Because that would be.
Yeah. I mean, I have a moral objection to utilizing other people's work and taking credit for it. So my problem
that's
with
the thing.
doing
That's
that
where
is,
they spun AI. It's not taking somebody else's work, though.
Right, but it's collecting information from all over the internet.
Right, but so is everybody who goes to college to learn how to do that.
Okay, so first of all, I don't like your attitude right now.
But no, you see what I'm saying is like,
no, I do.
If you go to art school,
I do.
You learn from Picasso, you learn from all of these things.
But it's hard for me to justify that in my head. Am I saying that it's a relatively well-reasoned argument in my head? No, but honestly, my head probably looks like 500 browser tabs open all at once. There's 1960s Napster or 1996 Napster downloading songs that I shouldn't be listening to, and then probably pirating Metallica stuff. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting sued. I don't know what's happening up there.
Like, I'm downloading Metallica. It's an exe file. I've not heard that one before.
Yeah, exactly. And tell me what's funny about that is too. Like as kids, we were growing up. Not kids necessarily, younger adults growing up, and
we're. Speak of yourself. I was in high school.
So was I. Like I started high school in the 90s. There you go, guys. These 2 old guys yelling at clouds. But
as we're getting
what
buzzed by
file
helicopters.
types were. Yeah, as we hear the buzz of the helicopter, right? There's Metallica. But we learned what the different file types were because of the things we download. It's a .wave, cool, or it's a .exe, and we're like, oh, don't download that. It's a virus.
I remember Windows.
Rest in peace, Windows.
Actual where you had to go into the DOS prompt to get it to load and do all of that stuff.
Was my mom Command C something or another?
My mom was fancy and was working and had like a program installed.
Yeah.
That was a DOS program. It would load into the DOS program and then you would select if you wanted this program to run this program or you wanted to run Windows.
Yeah. Or here you go. 30 years later, now we're talking about artificial intelligence. And really, it's not really artificial intelligence, but it's kind of a misnomer to call it that. But here we are talking about it. And that was a pipe dream. That was sci-fi 30 years ago.
Well, I'm saying, like, I think I'm like, what, 8 years older than you?
I think so. I'm not going to reveal our ages, but I think that is an accurate number. Yes. So yeah, that's how many.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're good.
So yeah, like I
love how I'm acting like we're on video, and I was about to tell you, dude, stop shining because they can see us.
Yeah, no, like that. We're going to get back to that.
Yeah. Anyways.
So I was out of high school before you got in.
Yeah, that's correct.
Like I was playing Prince of Persia and the Oregon Trail and all that stuff.
I played Oregon Trail now. Don't start.
I was doing that in like 7th grade, I think. And that was new to our little small school that like literally I think we had maybe 75 people in my class or whatever. Like my graduating class from high school was like 400 people, I think. Maybe not even that. I grew up with all of the technology. I watched it develop just at the end of the Gen Xers. Like growing up with the stuff, I still can't seem to get prompts to work. Like, they show, all of those people like, oh, you can make all this money by doing AI prompts. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just maybe for a video, let's see if whatever. And I start putting it in and it comes back the most ridiculous,
right?
Like cheesy stuff. And it's like,
well, here's the deal. Thankfully,
I must have a better, more sophisticated
there you go
idea of what it should be rather than.
Well, thankfully, the Japanese writers have figured out how to use AI.
Well, yeah, that's the trend. Like I said, you can dump it into Google Translate.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Translate
they're
it
just
over.
like, no, this is what we want to say.
Throw it into Element Labs or 11 Labs or whatever, and let it do the dubs for you. You can pick a female voice, a male voice.
And that's actually, it's probably how they figured it out too. They were probably rewatching their things with like a translator, and they're like, wait, what? We didn't say that. That's not, no, stop.
Well, no, people were actually complaining and they finally got back to them.
Well, so I heard Crunchyroll is pretty much where
Crunchyroll and Funimation. I think Funimation ended up, like, I don't remember where they're at.
Oh, I feel like.
But those are like the two localizers that I know of.
Yeah.
Because they would do, like, I think Funimation
did like Dragon Ball and stuff, though, didn't they?
They might have. Yeah. I know they did a lot of the stuff with Adult Swim.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Toonami was the other one.
Yeah. But the ones from Crunchyroll are the ones that I see all over the thing talking about, like, oh, well, he's taking our jobs and it's this, that, and the other. Like Google Translate is if Google Translate is ruining your life,
learn the code. No, sorry.
Maybe you should,
reevaluate where you stand with particular.
I don't want your life.
Right. That's pretty awesome. Wait, hold on a second. Can I spin this? Because I'm about to spin this, right? So Japanese writers who created this IP are now utilizing tools at their disposal
to stop censorship.
Well, to stop. No, stop. Hold on. Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. Liberty Bob. They're utilizing tools at their disposal to finish the production and artistry that they began. And so they're finishing this off, right?
Yeah.
And Americans are complaining that them utilizing those tools is taking their jobs.
Yeah.
So they're complaining that a foreigner is taking their job. Just wanted to make sure that we're totally clear about that. Let's just write the headline. American localizers complain that foreigners are taking their jobs, because that's what I'm going to write as an article on Geek Public Radio. That's going to happen now. Welcome to me having a press badge, bitches.
No, my favorite way to look at it is localizers complaining that brain too many
Google?
CT sorry.
I said it. Sorry.
Yeah, you come and listen to me stammer and talk over myself. But no, it's how those racist localizers are complaining about about Japanese people.
I love it though. So I'm trademarking that, by the way. So that's it right there. Racist American localizers complain about foreigners taking their jobs. That's it. That's it perfectly.
That definitely needs to be that's going to go with my new T-shirt.
Yeah, we need. So you need to point me out to these people on X, because that's exactly what I'm going to put. I'm just racist American localizers complain about foreigners taking their jobs.
But that'd be perfect coming out with our t-shirt. The new one we got coming out. Literally is big red stamp across the chest that says trigger warning.
I mean, it's true, but
like
really
literally
funny,
like it's stamp across.
when did the like this is what's been, I'm sorry, I'm like a soapbox for like 2 seconds. Old man yells at clouds. When did the truth become triggering?
When people live in their own bubbles,
right,
like,
but that's, and also your triggers are not my responsibility, right? If you say something that triggers me and I punch you in the face, I'm going to jail,
right?
More than likely, unless it's people I know. But anyways, that's because that's my fault. I shouldn't have punched you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm responsible for being triggered to violence. That's my responsibility, right? That's like saying, oh, so and so said XYZ, and so he jumped out of the bushes and shot at somebody. They're not. You're responsible for that.
Well, I mean, it's not about being triggered to violence. A lot of people is triggered to
emotional breakdowns,
crawl in their bed and cry for 3 weeks,
or triggered to go online and make a video about how they're triggered and get millions of views. I just don't understand. Old man yells at clouds. That's it, right there.
Right.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm for AI in a moderated setting. I think that it can be very useful for human beings. And just like anything else that's ever happened, the end of civilization did not come during the industrial era, right? The Industrial Revolution did not kill millions of people. It did not hurt millions of people. It ended up improving the lives of every single person. And what did we do? We adapted. We adapted to utilize those things for our benefit. And the same thing will be done with artificial intelligence. That's exactly what will happen. It's not going to be, Blade Runner. It's probably going to be closer to Star Trek. Just to be honest, it's probably what it's going to be.
I mean,
depending on who's in charge.
Yeah, with the use of AI. But I will say that AI and the Industrial Revolution didn't kill anybody, but communism did. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. This is Topher with me as always.
But we can do it better. Sorry.
Crazy Chris. We will see you guys later.
Take care.